guys, Allie with iMore here, and today we're going to take a look at even more iPad Air keyboard cases. You guys have asked for it, so we have rounded up the absolute best keyboard cases that money can buy for the iPad Air. First up is the Zagg Keys Cover by Zagg. This case retails for $99. This is actually just a cover, which makes it great for anyone who likes to use their iPad naked. So like me, when I'm laying in bed or reading a book or doing something else, I don't want a keyboard case on here. I only want it on here when I'm actually using it to type a lot of things. So the Zagg cover is easy to get on, it's easy to get off. There's a metal hinge here, and you can just slide your iPad right in and out, like so. So taking a better look at the actual keyboard, so you've got this hinge up here, and this bends so you can adjust your viewing angle. When your iPad's in it, it's a lot easier to bend. Very nice keyboard layout. You have a battery indicator down here. Flashes 4 times, I think that indicates over 80% or 75% battery life. There's also illuminated backlit keys, so you can tap this and adjust the brightness level on here. You can also, let's zoom in here, you can also change the color of these. So as you can see, you can siphon through this with the arrow keys, which makes it a nice, attractive, flashy feature for anyone who wants a little variety when it comes to backlighting your keyboard. So this is our first option. Again, this is the Zagg Keys Cover for the iPad Air. This is by Zagg and it retails for $99. Our next case is the Clam Case Pro for the iPad Air. The reason I picked this case is it's very versatile. It actually has 3 modes, and we'll go over those in just a second. But looking at this, you can see that it makes your iPad Air look very reminiscent of a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro keyboard. But it manages to stay very light because the outside shell, which covers your entire iPad, is actually a polycarbonate, which is a little bit lighter. So as you can see here, your entire iPad is covered. It's got a nice hinge here, and this hinge is what makes this case so unique. So not only can you type as you would with a regular iPad case, you can also invert this and use this case as a touchscreen stand. So as you can see here, the keyboard just lays flat, and then you can use it as such, or you can bend this all the way down and use your iPad Air in tablet mode. So you don't actually have to take this case off in order to use it without the keyboard. Sure, you're going to have the keyboard on the back side, but when you turn this hinge over, it deactivates the keyboard. So you don't actually accidentally press any keys. So if I press anything back here, it's not going to press anything on my iPad. So again, this is the Clam Case Pro. The one thing I do want to point out that I wish this case had that it doesn't is illuminated backlit keys. It does not have that, so if that's a deal breaker for you, another option might be better. But if you want a versatile case that you don't have to take off every time you use your iPad, you can use as a touch screen in the kitchen when you're reading recipes, this case is a great option. Next up is the Ultra Thin Keyboard Cover by Logitech. This retails for $99. This is one of my favorite cases for travel because it is so light and so thin you barely notice it's there. It has a really nice layout, which means that you get full keyboard functionality. All of your keys are exactly where you'd expect them to be. You don't have to worry about anything quirky layout style, anything like that. You've got a full function row up here, but at the same time, it's very easy to take your iPad in and out of this since it's just a cover, and it snaps on just like a smart cover would. So you've got some protection on the screen, nothing on the back though, but your screen is protected when you're not using it, and when you don't want to use it and you want to use your iPad just by itself, you just unsnap it. Snap it back on, and when you're ready to use the keyboard case, just stick it right in that hinge. So again, this is the Logitech Ultra Thin Keyboard Cover, and this retails for $99. Last up, we've got one more offering from Zagg. This is the Zagg Keys Folio for iPad Air. This also retails for $99, just like the cover does. The main difference with this, you're going to notice that the keyboard looks exactly the same, which it is. You have the same illuminated backlit keys, complete with color options. For anyone who wants complete protection, more than what a cover can offer, the Folio gives you that. So as you can see here, you've got a nice full leather back. This wipes away pretty clean. I've had this for almost as long as I've had my iPad Air, and I've taken it, traveled with it, and it's still not really dirty. And if it gets anything on it, I just simply wipe it off. You've got full access to your camera, to all of your ports. I haven't had any issues, even with the third-party cables that I use that are longer. So overall, this is a case that you'd want to use if you don't want to take it off, you do a lot of typing, and you want more coverage than maybe a cover can give you. And you obviously, if you want illuminated keys and you've rolled out the Clam Case Pro for that reason, this is the other Folio that I would recommend to anyone that wants a Folio case for iPad Air that has backlit keys. And that brings us to the end of our roundup for best keyboard cases for iPad Air. If you're interested in any more information on any of these cases, or for a link to purchase one of them, you can click the link in the description on this video to visit the original article. And as always, if you use a different keyboard case or would recommend something else, feel free to drop that in the comments either on YouTube or on iMore. And in the meantime, check out iMore.com for all the latest accessory reviews, app reviews, how-tos, and more. Thanks, guys!